Okay, so a very good morning to one and all, and welcome to this interesting session on how to prepare for heat transfer interview questions. Uh, this session is typically targeted for students who would be sitting for their placement interviews or internship interviews, or would be giving their PSU interviews in near future. For those who would be immediately giving the interviews in next 1 or 2 months, for them some special tips have been put at the end of the video, so please stay till the end. I would also put a timestamp on it. So let's begin. In most of the interviews, it is a common answer given by the student that heat transfer is my favorite subject, or sir, please ask me questions on heat transfer. And then the question comes to students mind, what sort of questions will come, kaise answer karunga. So today's session is the first session in this series of how to answer heat transfer questions, and today we'll be focusing more on the problems related to the basic modes of heat transfer. And so let me talk about एक interview कैसे होता है, how interview starts. So interview is basically a dialogue between you and the interviewer, wherein the interviewer tries to understand how well do you know a subject. Okay, आपको कितने अच्छे से एक सब्जेक्ट आता है, this is what he wants to test, and it will be like a dialogue between you and him. And most of the technical interviews always start in a very friendly manner, and they ask you like, what is your favorite food, what do you like to do, your favorite subject, something like that, to get the initial starting point. So let's start with some cases, how they build a problem and how you have to answer it. So let's say the problem starts like like this. The interviewer is now saying, I have a metal plate with me and I need to heat this plate. So what are the various ways by which I can heat this plate? Let's say that plate is a tawa or a saucer pan, or some kind of plate that is being used for some equipment. So how would you heat it? Yes, anyone would like to answer? Guys, please feel free to unmute yourself, and I want to keep it like a dialogue between you and me. Yes. Okay, so basically there are yes, Pranit.
Sir, can you repeat question again?
Okay, so I am the interviewer and I'm asking you, I want to heat a plate, a metal plate. Let's say it be like a tawa or a saucer, some sort of metal plate. Okay, so what are the various ways by which I can heat it? How can I?
You can keep it on a stove.
Yes. Yes, you can keep it on a stove. You can use some sort of electrical heater. Yeah, yes, Kaushik, you can use an electrical heater. So you give some 2-3 ways, and now I say, okay, we'll use the electrical heater. Okay, it's a common practice in industry also to use a electric heater, or some sort of other way also they are using. They use steam also to heat some in some cases. But now we fix that we are now going to uh, heat a plate using a heater. All right, so all these interviews are basically pen and paper based or whiteboard chalk based. So you will be given a pen and paper to write, draw and explain, or you have to draw it on a board. So he asks you to draw a plate then. So you draw a plate. Let's say this is a plate. Then he says, the next question that comes is, how will you place the heater? Will you place it within the plate or on the corner of the plate? The very obvious answer is, I will place the heater on one side. Oops. So now you have placed your heater over here. All right. So this is your heater. Now he asks, is this an efficient way of doing it? Well, the answer is no, because this part is exposed to air and there will be heat loss from this side. So essentially you have to put a insulator across this. This is what they want to know, that do you appreciate the use of insulator over here or not. So they may pose some sort of question to get the answer from you, or in some cases when the interview is very short, they simply say, I have a metal plate and I'm heating it using an electrical heater. So draw a metal plate, put an electrical heater on the other side, put some insulation over it. And now the real question starts. He says, let's assume some length of this plate. Okay, and I start the heater. So now you tell me, how will the heat be transferred from the heater to the plate, and what sort of temperature profile do you expect in this particular case? So let me give you a quick idea of any interview question. The interview questions related to conduction and convection always tests for a given system with a given geometry and other specifications, how well you can apply the energy conservation laws and the boundary conditions and generate temperature profiles or expressions for temperature profiles, or you can talk about the flux that would be occurring. So this is a very generalized explanation that I have given. So it can be related to your fluids where momentum is being transferred. It can be related to heat. It can be also related to your mass, where you will have molecular flux instead of heat flux. So in this particular case, once this is given and he asks you to kind of explain what will be the temperature profile, then the first thing that you are expected to do is state your assumptions. So you start like, sir, let's say T infinity is the ambient temperature, because this particular side over here is now exposed to some sort of air or fluid. So you say, let's suppose this is exposed to air or fluid, and T infinity is the temperature over here, which is cool. And the plate was in equilibrium with this environment before the heater was started. So everywhere the plate, so the temperature everywhere inside this plate was also T infinity at T equal to 0. And the convective heat transfer coefficient will be H. You say K, let K be the thermal conductivity of this plate. You say let L be the length of this plate. So at this point it's L, at here it is 0. And now comes the important question. What sort of boundary conditions do you need to take? You know the energy balance equation, but now you need to think of the boundary conditions. So an electrical heater is a constant flux device. Meaning of constant flux device is it gives constant flux. वो temperature maintain नहीं करता, it maintains a constant flux. So how will it maintain? Quickly, would anyone tell me why a heater is a constant flux device? Yes. Devang or Pahuni, Praneeth, anyone?
Sir, as heat energy is constant, it supplies constant heat energy to the same area.
Yeah. So the idea is I square R. इलेक्ट्रिकल हीटर आई स्क्वायर आर से हीट देता है, राइट. सो करंट आ रहा है, उस मटेरियल का कुछ रेजिस्टेंस है, सो आई स्क्वायर आर वो देते रहेगा, दैट इज अ फ्लक्स. जब तक करंट चेंज नहीं होगा वो उसी अमाउंट से देते रहेगा. सो इट्स अ कांस्टेंट फ्लक्स डिवाइस. यू आर राइट. सो लेट्स से that flux is Q. It is giving some flux Q. All right. Now there are two ways to go ahead. First is you apply the shell balance approach, which we had already discussed in our previous lectures. I will be putting the link of it on the top of the or in the description as well. So, and the other is, you know, the energy balance equation, which we had also discussed in one of our classes. So go with anything, whichever you remember at that time, and start solving it. So let's say you don't know anything, you start with a shell balance approach. So you take a differential shell like this, a very small one, because you say the plate is infinitely long in y and z. There is only so basically your temperature was a function of x, y, z and time over here. Now you have said that it's not a function of y and z anymore. It's only the function of x and time. Then that means it's a 1D conduction problem. Then you say all the properties are constant, they are not changing. So K is constant with temperature, H is not changing, there is no thermal expansion of plate, blah blah blah, and this insulator is perfect insulator, so there is no heat loss in this direction. So all the Q that has been generated in this heater is going in this particular direction. Yeah, then you set the coordinate system. So you say, okay, so you say like x is going in this direction, q is also going in this direction, this point is x equal to 0, this point is x equals L. Once this is done, now you have to write the shell balancing approach. So you say let W be the width of this plate, and L be the length, let B be the breadth. So, and the conduction is happening across the length. So you simply write down the energy balance expression. Once you write the energy balance expression, it will be minus K. So this differential area will be something like this. This is point x, this is point x plus del x. So you simply start, some flux coming over here, some flux going over here. It's a conduction thing that's occurring. So minus K times breadth into width into dou T by dou X at X, minus of minus K breadth into width. This is basically area times dou T by dou X at X plus del X at X plus del X, and this has to be equal to del X breadth width, the total volume of the differential element, times rho Cp dou T by dou T. So this is basically the change in the energy. So what you're writing is energy coming in minus energy going out is equal to rate of change of energy. This particular expression on the right hand side is basically mCp delta T, where m is written as rho into V, where V is the volume of the differential element, which is del x B into W. Once you do this, you simply rearrange it and you get a very nice expression, a single step of rearrangement, and you will get this particular expression. I had already discussed this. This is a Laplacian thing, and this particular is the parabolic partial differential equation as well. Now, we come to the main question of the interviewer, wherein he had asked you to solve for the temperature profiles. So let me redraw the system. The real question starts over here. It is assumed that you can directly use this particular Laplacian in the interview. because you must be knowing it by then, you by heart it or what, by whatever ways, or you derive it. If you don't know, anything is fine, but they are more interested in the part that is coming now. Okay, so this was a heater, this was the perfect insulation. All right. So now they ask you to draw profiles. So this is X, and we say temperature is on this axis, on this particular axis over here. At T is equal to 0, we can say that the temperature will be constant throughout and will be equal to T infinity, which was the case. So we know that temperature throughout at all x at time t equal to 0 is T infinity, and we can say that at T is equal to 0, the temperature profile will look something like this. He says, fine, you're correct. Now, please draw the temperature profile when the heater has just started. The heater has just started. So basically, it's a problem of unsteady state conduction now. Now, many times the student blindly goes and draw a straight line. क्यों? क्योंकि उसको पता है कंडक्शन है, कंडक्शन इज इक्वल, कंडक्शन का एक्सप्रेशन है k dt by dx इक्वल टू कांस्टेंट, ये कांस्टेंट फ्लक्स दे रहा है यहाँ से q, तो हम आराम से k dt by dx करके ही करें. दिस इज रॉन्ग, आप इधर ही गलत होते हो एंड द इंटरव्यू गोज लाइक एनीथिंग. इसके बाद में यू वुड बी रोस्टेड इन द इंटरव्यू. नो, just look at the expression. This is the particular governing equation in the case. So what do you need? You need two conditions on x and one condition on time. One condition on time you already know. So now you are expected. So this is the initial condition called as IC. Now you need two boundary conditions. Boundary conditions are the conditions on the space for this particular differential equation. Now you have to tell the two boundary conditions to him. So the first condition will be the flux at x equal to 0 is q, and second, the flux at x equal to L has to be h a t at L comma given time minus T infinity. This is basically h a delta t because of the convection thing over this particular surface. This is what you should be able to write there. And once you know this, the things become pretty much simple. And now you can also think of this as a parabolic partial differential equation, meaning that the temperature profile here will look like a parabola. So initially the temperature will go like this. It has just started, so it may look like this. Okay, then something like this. As the time is progressing, so the profile changes like this. So this is what they are asking you. And at steady state, it will be a straight line. At steady state, you have to draw it as a straight line. And then from here, up to T infinity. This was typically your line for T infinity. So this is what you should be able to solve and explain it over there. Then they can ask you one more variation, which I feel is very important. So the next variation that can be asked is, consider any wavefront, consider any front face. So consider a face like this, a face like this, or a face over here, and tell me the value of heat flux at that particular face at a given time, at any time? How will it change? So I will try to solve it for x equal to L, and as a part of homework, I would expect you to think of the answers for these two particular phases. So in this particular case, what you have to do is think of the temperature profiles now, guys. Think of your temperature profiles, right? See, at t equal to 0, the temperature at this particular phase was T infinity only. All right. So the flux that is going out over here using this boundary condition, we can easily we can say it has to be HA into delta T. What is delta T over here? It is 0. So initially the flux will be almost 0. Slowly it is increasing. So initially the flux will be very small. So you can simply say that initially it will be something like this. Now it starts increasing, क्योंकि कुछ टाइम के बाद वो इधर तक आएगा, फिर इधर आएगा, फिर इधर आएगा. It will increase. So then you can put an increasing curve over here. It won't be straight anyways. You can put an increasing thing. And what is the maximum value that this flux can get? Q naught, because Q basically. So this Q at steady state will be the Q that is going within the solid, and it will be the Q that is going from here to here. That itself implies the condition of steady state, right? So basically it can maximum go to Q. So your graph should then end like this. Let me have eraser. And this is how your graph for flux at a given x as a function of time will look like. And this particular line over here will be matching with your Q. Now, if I ask you to draw it for this plane 1 and plane 2, okay, again, think of it. I will post the answer in the form of another video. Think on the same lines. You have the equation, you have the boundary conditions, and you need to think over it. So yes, guys, is the problem clear? Have you understood how the problem is framed and how you have to answer? Yes?
Excuse me, sir, I have one doubt.
Yes, Pahani.
Sir, this could have been concave downwards throughout the graph. Like, how do I know that it's first concave up and then concave down? I mean, intuitively, it could. I understood that initially it has to be 0 and finally it has to be. It has to reach a constant value, but it could have been a concave downward graph throughout.
A concave graph throughout. So your x, let me draw it with some other ink. It's a good question. It's a really good question. So you are expecting it to be like this?
No, the other way, downwards, concave downward.
Like this?
Yes.
Okay. So Pahuni, the thing is, yes, before answering your question, let me put out a very important point. Whenever you draw any sort of profile in the interview question, they will ask you why you are going for this particular nature. I mean, why not concave upwards or downwards? This is a very important point. So as I had already explained, okay, so the thing is like this. At t equal to 0, okay, what was the temperature at this particular phase? T infinity. What was the flux at this phase? We already know that it is given by HA times TL at that particular time minus T infinity, or the temperature at that particular time minus T infinity. Correct? So initially the value is 0. Then if we start plotting the graphs for various time, it is very clearly understood that इनिशियली यहाँ तक वो टेम्परेचर आएगा भी नहीं, बढ़ेगा भी नहीं, वो इधर की इधर ही इस टाइप से वो खत्म हो जाएगा, वो ऑलमोस्ट इधर के आगे टी इंफिनिटी तक, इधर तक टी इंफिनिटी रहेगा, मे बी इनिशियली सिर्फ इतना ही हीट होगा, फिर इतना ही हीट होगा, एंड देन इट विल गो ऑन इंक्रीजिंग इंक्रीजिंग एंड इंक्रीजिंग, एंड देन इट विल स्टार्ट इंक्रीजिंग ओवर हियर, करेक्ट? सो इनिशियल का काफी टाइम तक the flux has to be almost zero, or rather I would say that this particular slope has to be as small as possible. Dt by dt value, okay, will be almost and almost zero. So here in this particular expression, the dt by dt value slope is very high, and only for a convex thing, it can be a slope which is very low, or just tending to zero. So you cannot go with this particular line, you have to go with this line, and then here it again has to approach a maximum value, so the slope has to again go down to zero. It cannot go down to zero in this fashion, so the only way it has is this fashion. So this nature is fixed and this nature is fixed, and then we join it using a smooth line. That's it. Pahuni, does this answer your question?
Yes.
So you have to think about it. It's very logical, okay? In interviews, you can simply draw it like this. Khatam. Say ऐसी profile होगी. You know it's not going to be a linear one. Khatam. Here also, I have seen some of my friends, even I have done it in one of the interviews. Draw this straight line. Khatam. At t equal to 1, t equal to 2, and at steady state. But will it be a straight line? No. You have to think. Then they will ask why it's a straight line. Why not like this? Why not profile like this? Why not profile like this? Then based on this expression and the boundary conditions over here, you should be able to answer them. कि ये ऐसा ही आएगा sir. They can ask you. In CRE also such kind of questions are asked. Draw concentration profiles for this reactor, for all the reactants and products as a function of time. And then आप एक को ऐसे दिखाते हो, एक को ऐसे दिखाते हो, एक ऐसे ऐसे आ रहा है, दे आस्क यू ऐसे ड्रॉ क्यों किया, ऐसे ड्रॉ क्यों नहीं किया, राइट? ये इधर का रीजन क्या बता रहा है, या यहाँ पे ये क्या हो रहा है, यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है. दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सो बिफोर ड्रॉइंग एनी कर्व यू शुड ऑलवेज think of it and then proceed. It was a very good question. Thanks for pointing it out. So I hope this makes the thing clear for others as well, that you have to think before drawing anything. You have to think like initially kya hoga, final mein kaise hoga, and then join the curve. All right, idhar ka nature is what you can easily think of. Idhar ka nature, is it going to be like this, is it going to be like this, or a straight line? Think of it. In some case the graph may look like this. In process control some graphs come out like this, the phasor diagram or something. Some of you have learned it, some of you are yet to learn. So now let me put another variation to this particular case. There can be various variations that can be asked. So now many of you suggested कि हम sir heat कर लेंगे using some gas stove or ये वो. So what if that question proceeds in that particular way? Okay, so the question now is, you have that same wall, you have insulated it on this end. Now I'm not going to use an electrical heater, rather than I will be using some sort of radiation or some sort of bulb to heat it. So this is your wall, the same wall that you had in the previous question. All right. So the same wall. Okay, then this will be T infinity H. Just that instead of having a heater over here, now I'm going to have some radiation over here of the same flux. I mean, the flux value is also not going to change. I'm keeping the same flux. And now can you tell me how the temperature profile will look like? This will be their question. This can be their question. Now, the governing equation would be same. There is no change. Is the body generating any heat? No. Is it a problem of 1D conduction? Yes. Right. What else were the assumptions? Yeah, 1D conduction, the body is not generating heat, so the governing equation remains same. What is changing over here is the boundary conditions. So as I said, they always test your application of boundary conditions and how you simplify the basic balance equations in your interview. So the expression is remaining same in this case, but now your boundary conditions are changing. So what are the boundary conditions? Would anyone like to point out, say about the boundary conditions? Again, how many conditions do you require? Yes, Praneeth, Rutuja, anyone? How many boundary conditions will you require over here? Okay, so again, you will require one initial condition on time because it's first order on time. Had it been something like this, you would have required two initial conditions. वैसे ऐसे होता नहीं है, but बता दिया. But since this is a second order over space, so you need two conditions on space, which are then called as boundary conditions. You'll have two boundary conditions required, which you can easily find out कि at t equal to 0, जब वो रेडिएशन का सोर्स हमने स्टार्ट नहीं किया था, at t equal to 0, जब रेडिएशन का सोर्स स्टार्ट नहीं हुआ था, the temperature was uniform everywhere. So I can write, oops, I should write it over here. T at all x at time t equal to 0 is T infinity. First boundary condition is on this particular phase, and this boundary condition is flux or minus k dt by dx at x equal to 0 is equal to 0 because it's a pure insulator, or 100% insulation is done. And the second condition that I have is minus k dt by dx at x equal to L is equal to h times the temperature at h times temperature. देखो अब देखो दो फ्लक्स आ रहे इधर, ठीक है, ध्यान रखो. एक तो ये बॉडी हीट होने वाली है, ये प्लेट हीट होने वाली है, ये प्लेट हीट होगी तो यहां से यहां हीट जाने वाली है कन्वेक्शन से. सेकेंड, एक फ्लक्स यहां से अंदर आ रही है, तो इस पर्टिकुलर फेस पे x इक्वल टू एल पे दो फ्लक्सेस है, एक q जो अंदर आ रहा है एंड एक h डेल्टा t जो बाहर जा रहा है. ठीक है, मैंने दोनों साइड से एरिया हटा दिया है अभी, तो आई कैन से दिस q इज पर यूनिट एरिया, समथिंग लाइक दैट, एंड मे बी आई कैन से दिस q by a is some small q. All right, where a is that breadth into width bw area. So this will look like h times t at L at given time minus t infinity k dt by dx की डायरेक्शन क्या है? माइनस के dt by dx. ये कन्वेक्शन की डायरेक्शन क्या है? ये तो इधर कोई माइनस से नहीं लगा, बट इसकी डायरेक्शन क्या है? ऑपोजिट. सो यू हैव टू पुट अ माइनस साइन ओवर इट नाउ. minus q naught or say small q, which was the case. Yeah, so these are the two boundary conditions that you will get now, and then the interviewer will ask you, चलो अब temperature profiles बताओ इसके क्या होंगे, right? So t equal to 0 को ड्रॉ करना बहुत ही सिंपल, पहले जैसा ही. t infinity हर जगह. Then he will ask you, now the radiation bulb has started, now the radiation has been, now it's exposed to that radiation, how will the temperature change? So see this, it's a parabolic expression, q aa raha hai, so it will look like this. Again टाइम बढ़ते गया बहुत ज्यादा टाइम हो गया है, तो इधर तक जाएगा. Again, this is say increasing with time. All right. Now we will ask you to have a profile for steady state. And would anyone like to guess what the profile for steady state will look like? Yes.
So straight line.
Yes, a straight line. Correct. And can you answer why? And what will
So
be the
like when
temperature?
it reaches, yeah, when it reaches steady state, the amount that transfers will be constant with time.
Yes.
So it will be steady state.
Yes. When it reaches steady state, the flux that is coming in over here and the flux that it has to go out, the same flux has to go out from this phase. Then only it will be steady state. अगर बट यहाँ से इस फेस से आगे तो कोई फ्लक्स जा नहीं रहा है, राइट? तो जब तक यहाँ से अंदर फ्लक्स आ रहा है तो अनस्टेडी स्टेट है. स्टेडी स्टेट पे इधर जाने का रास्ता नहीं है, तो स्टेडी स्टेट तब होगा जब यहाँ से अंदर कोई फ्लक्स आ नहीं रहा है, राइट? एंड जब अंदर कोई फ्लक्स नहीं आ रहा है तो कोई टेम्परेचर ग्रेडियंट भी नहीं होगा. इट विल बी अ फ्लैट लाइन like this. Also it should not lose out any heat in this direction also. Basically जितना अंदर आ रहा है उतना ही बाहर जा रहा है, ऐसा भी आप लोग assume कर सकते हो इस केस को. And now the next question will be what will be the temperature over here. So very simple, flux तो ये आ ही रहा है पूरा टाइम, ये Q. Go over here, use this, say this has to be 0. And then what you will get is H delta T is equal to Q by H plus T infinity. Will be your T steady state. All right. This is the second variation that can be asked. Is this clear, guys? Is this second problem clear to you all? A simple raise of hands. If you have doubts, please unmute yourself and ask. Yes, Devang Pahuni. I hope it's clear. So we'll move ahead. So these were the typical cases for some plate and heat transfer to be occurring and so on and so forth. Now I would like to share one particular interview question that I had faced in few of my interviews. So I'm trying to make a good question for you out of my interview experiences. So I was asked in the interview was just frankly asking, so yes, Nachiket, what do you like? What are your hobbies? I said, I like to eat, I like to cook. He said, okay, very good. So do you know how a oven works? Any oven works? I said, sir, yes. In an oven, there is a coil which heats, and then through radiation and convection, the heat has been transferred, but primarily due to radiation, because the temperature of the coil is very high in the oven, and it transfers the heat to the object that has been placed in the oven. He said, very good. Now, the second question that he asked me is, do you know how a microwave works? I said, I was actually not knowing this answer for the microwave, but they will help you out in this case. So does anyone know over here how a microwave works? Yes?
No, sir.
Okay. So I'll just give a short explanation for it. So in microwave, some high frequency field is applied inside the cabinet. So you have a cabinet like this. They will, if you don't know, they will give you, because their question is to test your heat transfer. So they will give you hints for this, but they will not give you hints for the upcoming parts. So be careful about that. So this is the cabinet. this is sort of a oven cabinet, and you have placed your food inside over here. So what happens is they set up a high frequency field which will cause the electrically polarized molecules, so basically water molecules inside the food, to oscillate. And since now these particles have started moving within the body, they will now have heat generation within them. क्योंकि वो मूव कर रहे तो उनमें हीट जनरेट होने लग जाएगी. So from this you can get that माइक्रोवेव ओवन में थ्रू आउट द बॉडी हीट जनरेट हो रही है. एंड इज दिस थिंग अंडरस्टैंडेबल? ये समझ में आ रहा है क्या हो रहा है? आपने कुछ इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लगाई जो बहुत ज्यादा फ्रीक्वेंसी से चेंज हो रही है, उसके वजह से जो अंदर इलेक्ट्रिकली पोलराइज या चार्ज मॉलिक्यूल्स जो होते हैं, पोलराइज मॉलिक्यूल्स बेसिकली, बेस्ट एग्जांपल इज वाटर. तो आपके हर फूड में वाटर कंटेंट होता ही है, हल्का सा मॉइस्चर कंटेंट, तो वो मॉलिक्यूल्स जोर से वाइब्रेट करने लग जाएंगे, हिलने लग जाएंगे अचानक. सिंस नाउ दे हैव स्टार्टेड टू ऑसिलेट at the frequency at which this microwaves are from here are being oscillating, तो उनके मोशन की वजह से हीट जनरेट होने लग जाएगी. ये बात समझ में आ रही है? Okay, great. So this is how a microwave works. Okay, so and ओवन में क्या होता है? ओवन में इधर कॉइल होती है, as I had explained. ऊपर सॉरी एक हॉट कॉइल होती है. They can have a hot coil over here as well. Then on a rack over here in between, you place your food stuff, and इधर से भी फ्लक्स आ रहा है, इधर से भी फ्लक्स आ रहा है, and it's heating. So I hope this is understood. So now the question that was asked was as follows. So he asked, what do I like? I said pizza, burger, anything. So he said, okay, let's say you have a pizza or a burger. Okay, and now you have kept it in a oven for heating, and I want to understand what would be the temperature profile on this burger or pizza. This was asked to me. So you keep a pizza, or you can take a burger, keep it inside the oven, and tell us what would be the temperature profile on it. So let's say this is the food, some nice wonderful food that you have kept it. So this is your convection thing, or a radiation oven, or a OTG, what do you call it? They call it OTG also. And you have another oven. Over here. All right, and here those high frequency oscillating fluxes are being generated, and again you have kept your favorite food over here to heat. All right, and now you are asked to find out the temperature profile for this food. Is this question clear to you? A simple raise of hands. Okay, great. Okay. I guess Praneeth is saying no. Yeah, Praneeth. Oh, he has said it's way before. I'm sorry. I got it. I could get it. So now, in this particular question, okay, you have let's say you assume the foot to be a cylinder like this. Assume the foot to be a cylinder. So you draw it. You are expected to simplify the problem as much as you can in the interview and then try to solve it. They want to test your application. Okay, so you assume that foot piece to be a cylinder, a quite enlarged one. So you have assumed it to be a cylinder, and now let me have 2 copies of it. This is copy 1. And this is your copy 2. So yeah, so this one is in OTG, this one is in microwave. You did it. Okay, you said it's a cylinder kind of thing, and it's in OTG. What's happening in OTG? Yes, in OTG, it is getting radiation fluxes from both the sides because of the coils. So you have flux coming in from this face and you have fluxes coming in from this place. You should be able to understand this once he explains to you what is an OTG and what is a microwave, and you should be able to tell him, so this is going to happen, so something like that. And then in microwave there will be, how will you incorporate the condition of microwave? Anyone? Yes, microwave में internally heat generate हो रही है, so how will you incorporate that? Using a yes. Yes, Pranay.
Like a source, like heat source is there. Like
Yeah, exactly. Very good. Correct. So let me take this thing, copy. So over here, this will look like this. This is the Z direction. This is your R, and then there will be theta. Okay, so this will look something like this, and there will be a gradient in the Z direction. All right, and then you have conditions. So let's say I draw a plane over here. I say this is at say plus L, this plane is at minus L, and you have 2 boundary conditions. At plus L and minus L, there is some flux Q that is coming in, and here at this particular phase, same amount is coming in, same amount is going out, so the net flux has to be 0 at this phase. So you can say there is a symmetry about this line. Same thing can be said over here as well. There would be symmetry across this point. All right, and in this particular case too, food object kept in microwave. Okay, in this expression you will have a term of Qgen. Right, because it is internally generating heat. It is internally generating heat. So you should be able to guess this thing particularly, and this is the main gist of the question. So here their question was कि how will you generate the, and they were testing कि आप energy balance equation को कैसे बना सकते हो. क्यूजन की टर्म यहाँ पे आएगी, इस पर्टिकुलर केस में क्यूजन की टर्म नहीं आएगी, ये जो फ्लक्स कंडीशन है वो बाउंड्री एज बाउंड्री कंडीशंस आ जाएंगे. सो दिस विल बी योर बाउंड्री कंडीशन 1 and this will be your boundary condition 2, and here you have to include that flux thing inside the expression. And now they ask you to kind of find the temperature difference. वो कहते हैं इसका थिकनेस मिनिमम कर लो ताकि सॉरी इसका ये वाले फेस में, सो इस वाले जो आर के इसमें कुछ ज्यादा वेरिएशन नहीं पकड़ो, बस एल के टर्म्स में कैसे चीजें चेंज हो रही है हमें बस बता दो, दैट्स इट, हमें बस इतना बता दो. दिस इज व्हाट दे सी, दे सिंप्लीफाई द थिंग्स फॉर यू फर्दर. सो आई एम ट्राइंग टू मेक दिस पर्टिकुलर डायरेक्शन जो ये प्लेन पे था इधर ऑन, सॉरी ये जो डायमेंशन था प्लस एल माइनस एल वो मैं इधर बना रहा हूँ, ठीक है. So this can be any dimension that you want. Okay, so we are taking in L direction, and I will try to put temperature over here. And I will have similar, I will be drawing some similar kind of profile for OTG also. So here is the case of OTG, here it is the case of microwave. Okay, very simple. First कोई भी टेम्परेचर प्रोफाइल पूछे आप आराम से ड्रॉ कर सकते हो कि एट टी इक्वल टू 0 जब माइक्रोवेव चालू भी नहीं हुआ था, एट टी इक्वल टू 0 जब ओटीजी भी चालू नहीं हुआ था, सॉरी वाइस वर्सा, तब टेम्परेचर जो है वो एम्बिएंट टेम्परेचर के पास में रहेंगे. सो दिस वाज समवेयर 25 डिग्री सेल्सियस एंड इट विल बी यूनिफॉर्म थ्रू आउट. अब जो है आपका ओवन चालू हो गया. ओके, सो अब आपका ओवन चालू हो गया, से 1 सेकेंड 2 सेकेंड हो गया, योर ओवन हैज स्टार्टेड. ओके, इन द केस ऑफ ओटीजी क्या हो रहा है, यहां से एक्सटर्नली फ्लक्स आ रहा है. दिस इज अ लाइन ऑफ सिमेट्री. एट सिमेट्री हम लोग ये मानते कि इट हैज टू बी अ पीक हैज टू बी देयर. So for the case of peak, the first derivative of the temperature has to be 0. So basically it's a condition like k dt by dx is equal to 0. And then at the second case, k dt by dx is equal to 0. Okay, it's over here. K dt by dx is equal to 0. कहाँ गया? K dt by dx equal to 0. And at the second case, k dt by dx is equal to some q. ये हट जाएगा. Is equal to q minus this. This is what you're getting. So you see this particular problem and this particular problem of OTG are kind of similar, just that अब हम दोनों डायरेक्शन में उसको सॉल्व करने वाले. So this particular point, sorry, yeah, this particular point or this particular plane is the plane जहाँ पे ये 0 है. ऑल राइट, ये वाले पॉइंट पे ये इस तरह से आ रहा था, बाहर से जब फ्लक्स अंदर आ रही थी. सो दिस इज फॉर प्लस एल टू 0, वैसे इधर से इधर हो जाएगा 0 to minus l. So you can easily draw the profile over here. Very similar problem, see, like this and like this, and say that this is the profile for say some time 1. You go to other time 2. All right, so now your food is getting heated in this particular fashion. Okay, आप एक लिमिट के ऊपर फूड को हीट नहीं कर सकते वरना वरना खाना जल जाएगा. So basically whenever that temperature reaches, so let's say this is the particular temperature, the maximum temperature up to which you can heat the food. So वो आ जाएगा, बट आपका अंदर का खाना जो है इसमें ठंडा रहेगा. All right, माइक्रोवेव में क्या होगा, माइक्रोवेव में सिंस क्यूजन अंदर हीट जनरेट हो रहा है. All right, so and then at the boundary conditions there will be H delta T occurring. यहाँ से सॉरी यहाँ से और यहाँ से H delta T से हीट बाहर जाती भी रहेगी. So at the boundaries I would expect जब some curves ठंडे होने की, right? So what I can expect is up to a good point ये ऐसे रहेगा and then there will be, correct, and then it reaches the maximum temperature for this particular food up to here. So this will be a case of T1, this will be the case of T2, and this particular is the difference between having a microwave and having a OTG. This is what they were expecting me to understand. उनको कोई लेना देना नहीं था माइक्रोवेव क्या है OTG क्या है, वो सब सामने से बता देंगे, बट अगर तुम्हें पता हो तो इट्स अ वेरी गुड थिंग. But after telling you कि how microwave works and how OTG works, what they want to understand is, can you now think of this particular system as a cylinder? Then you can say that this flux will be on the boundary condition. In this case, the flux will be not a boundary condition, but rather it will be inside the body. It will be a Q-gen thing, and the boundary conditions would be H delta T over here and H delta T over here. Can you understand this plane of symmetry and solve these things? Okay. As an addition to it, I will like to have one more case. अब तुमने खाना गरम कर लिया इधर तक, ओके, ये टेम्परेचर तक तुमने खाना गरम कर लिया, ये मैक्सिमम टेम्परेचर तक पहुंच सकते थे, तो ये T2 पे तुम्हारा खाना मैक्सिमम गरम हो चुका है. अब तुमने उसको बाहर निकाला एंड वो थोड़ा सा ठंडा, और तुमने बोला यार बहुत ही ज्यादा गर्म हो गया, एक आध मिनट रुकता हूं एंड देन आई विल स्टार्ट टू ईट. ऑलराइट, सो व्हाट विल बी द टेम्परेचर प्रोफाइल after heating this to the maximum limit, taking it out of the oven, keeping it for some time, the same time, say a minute or 30 seconds, अब क्या प्रोफाइल होगी? All right, so now this problem looks to me like in the case of microwave कि एक slab है, the slab is heated and now it is losing out the heat in convection, in the form of convection. All right, and इसके हमने Biot number की केस में problems, I mean profiles discuss किए थे. So the profile will look like this. यहाँ से heat जा रही है बाहर. Simply like this. The question that they want to ask in this case is, यहाँ से तो ऐसी प्रोफाइल बन जाएगी आराम से, इधर कैसे प्रोफाइल बनेगी? इधर की भी प्रोफाइल ऐसी बनने वाली है. They want to ask you is, in which case this curve will be more curved and or flat, or will it be having the same value? So the answer is, in the case of microwave, the curve will be more steep, and in the case of OTG, the curve won't be as steep, it will be a sluggish kind of thing. And would any one of you like to answer this question why? Yes. Any guess? I mean, yeah, Pahuni or Rutuja or Kaushik, you can is why? क्या लगता है किसमें क्या होगा? या फिर क्वेश्चन नहीं समझा तो you can unmute, ask कि नहीं समझा, I will be happy to explain it again. Yes, guys. Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
हाँ, तो तुम्हें पहले ये बताओ क्वेश्चन समझ में आया?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what are your initial thoughts on it? कि इस टाइप का क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है, ठीक है, कि मैंने खाना बाहर निकाला and how will be the temperature profile of it? So what are your initial thoughts about it? देखो माइक्रोवेव का केस सॉल्व करना काफी सिंपल लग रहा है मुझे भी, क्योंकि आप इसको एक बॉडी की तरह मान सकते हो, एक हॉट फ्लूइड, एक हॉट बॉडी जिसको आपने कूल एयर में रखा है. जैसे हमने उधर बियोट नंबर के केस में देखा था, एक स्टील बॉल है, उसको हमने लिक्विड में डाल दिया और उसका कैसा टेम्परेचर ड्रॉप हो रहा था, राइट? वैसे आप लोग इधर भी मान सकते हो उसको, एंड यू कैन सिंपली ड्रॉ द प्रोफाइल. ओके, अब माइक्रोवेव में क्या होगा, देखो ये हो गया माइक्रोवेव में। अब ओटीजी में क्या होगा, ओटीजी में अंदर का टेम्परेचर सबसे कम होता है जब आप हीट करते हो, बट जब आप कूल करने लग जाते हो तो ये टेम्परेचर सबसे ज्यादा होगा। क्यों? क्योंकि देखो यहाँ से डेल्टा टी से बाहर निकलना है इसने, जैसे ही सब सोर्स बंद हो जाएगा, ये सब ये जो एक्सटर्नल सोर्स था वो बंद हो चुका है, अब ये बॉडी हीट लॉस करने लग जाएगी। तो ये क्या होगा, ये यहाँ से ऐसे फिर ऐसे, क्योंकि यहाँ से तो हीट जानी है ना उसकी, ये तो रिलेटिवली बहुत ही ठंडा है, तो वो इधर भी हीट देगा अंदर, क्योंकि ग्रेडियंट इधर भी है और इधर भी देगा। तो बेसिकली यहाँ से वो चीज फ्लैटन अप होने लग जाएगी इधर। बेसिकली यहाँ पे मैक्सिमम टेम्परेचर इन पॉइंट्स पे, तो यहाँ से इधर भी हीट जा रही है, इधर भी हीट जा रही है, यहाँ पे ग्रेडियंट है तो नेट कुछ हीट अंदर भी जा रही है। So basically it will start to flatten the curve. So the curve will look like this, flat, and then यहाँ से बाहर भी जा रहा है, बट हम सिर्फ बॉडी के अंदर की बात करें तो इट विल स्टार्ट गोइंग फ्लैट फ्लैट फ्लैट, एक पॉइंट के बाद में वो फ्लैट हो जाएगा। अब वो फ्लैट हुआ, बट तब तक वो जो है वो नीचे भी आ रहा है, क्योंकि ओके सॉरी कैन एनीवन से स्क्रीन दिख रही है क्या? आई गेस कुछ प्रॉब्लम हुआ है।
So it's visible.
ओके ग्रेट, ओके फ्रीज तो नहीं हुई ना स्क्रीन? आई एम राइटिंग समथिंग, वो दिख रहा है ना?
No, sir. It's freeze.
हाँ wait, just give me a second. I guess it will take a minute. Oh, okay, nothing, now it should be visible and moving it and okay yeah। तो देखो क्या हो रहा है, यहाँ इन दो पॉइंट्स पे मैक्सिमम टेम्परेचर था, तो वो क्या हुआ, अब वो इस तरह से कर्व को फ्लैट करने लग गया, और फ्लैट हुआ और फ्लैट हुआ, तो किसी एक नीचे के टेम्परेचर पे आके फ्लैट हो गया। देन धीरे धीरे यहाँ से तो हीट जाने वाली है बाहर, क्योंकि इसका टेम्परेचर तो बाहर का टेम्परेचर 25 ही है, मान लो ये 70 तक गया है, तो देन इट विल स्लोली स्टार्ट गोइंग डाउन। सो इस वाले कर्व की जर्नी कहाँ से स्टार्ट हो रही है, यहाँ से टू अ फ्लैट लाइन एंड देन गोइंग टू दिस, ऑल राइट। एंड इस वाले केस में, माइक्रोवेव वाले केस में जर्नी कहाँ से स्टार्ट हो रही है, फ्रॉम दिस टू दिस। सो OTG has to do more journey, like from this to this and this. So it has to cover up all this journey with the time. Whereas microwave was at this temperature and there will be some sharp drop. So ये drop का अगर तुम प्रोफाइल अगर देखोगे तो इनिशियली ये भी ऐसे ही होगा फ्लैट, देन एंड तक जाते जाते वो ऐसे बनेगा, ऑल राइट। डिपेंडिंग ऑन द रेट हाउ इट इज, अगर हम दोनों मटेरियल सेम मान रहे और तो क्या हो रहा है, दिस जर्नी हैज वेंट अहेड इन द सेम टाइम 0 0 at 1 second, or let's say at 1 minute and 1 minute at 2 minutes। so basically जो इसकी प्रोफाइल 1 मिनट पे होगी, इस टाइप की प्रोफाइल इसकी 2 मिनट पे आएगी, भले वैल्यू चेंज होने वाली है, वैल्यू विल बी चेंज्ड, ओके वैल्यू हैज टू बी चेंज्ड, बट द नेचर, द फ्लैटनेस ऑफ द कर्व और द शार्पनेस ऑफ द कर्व विल बी सिमिलर टू दैट। सो वो क्या रहा है, इस केस में द कर्व विल बी फ्लैट एंड हियर इट विल बी शार्प। एंड आप लोग देख भी सकते हो, आज घर पे माइक्रोवेव में ब्रेड या कुछ चीज गरम करना एंड cut it and just feel the central part of it, it will be still very hot as compared to the boundaries surrounding से। even you just heat a glass of water and उसको पकड़ के देखो, you will feel कि इतना ज्यादा गर्म नहीं है, मैं इसको पकड़ सकती हूँ। या फिर उसके बाउंड थोड़ा सा ब्रॉड वेसल लेना ग्लास का, इस टाइप से कुछ बाउल या कुछ देखना, इधर टेम्परेचर देखना काफी ठंडा रहेगा, बट इधर ये जो सेंट्रल रीजन है, it would be very hot, you will see that temperature gradient coming into picture। or you take a piece of bread today or sometime, ठीक है, heat it in the microwave, and you will find out that the bread would be very much hot in the central portion as compared to this outside portion after kept for some time, wherein you take out a bread that has just come out of an OTG oven, ठीक है, जितना टेम्परेचर उसका बाहर होगा रफली ऑलमोस्ट उतने टेम्परेचर उसका अंदर भी होगा. सो आपने ओटीजी से निकाला, आपने माइक्रोवेव से निकाला, 1 मिनट के बाद आपने टेम्परेचर देखा, माइक्रोवेव में अंदर का टेम्परेचर बहुत गर्म होता है, तो कभी कभी आप देखोगे कि अंदर से वो थोड़ा सा जल भी जाता है अगर आप ब्रेड माइक्रोवेव में गर्म कर रहे हो तो, और सम साइड ऑफ लजानिया या कुछ चीज वगैरह आप गर्म कर रहे हो तो सेंटर में वो जलने लग जाता है, तुरंत ब्राउन स्पॉट्स आ जाते हैं, जबकि ओटीजी में यूनिफॉर्म सरफेस के ऊपर दिख जाते हैं. So they can ask you questions on this particular aspect also. So basically, today I discussed 3 cases on how the questions are asked, and now let me summarize them. So the understanding that I wanted to give and the tips of how to prepare is as follows. In any case, they will try to put a case wherein they will check your application of conservation equations, how well you can apply conservation equations to the given case. This is the first checkpoint. Second checkpoint will be for them, after application of conservation equations, can you identify boundary conditions and initial conditions? Once you have done this, they won't ask you to solve the problem कि चलो अब इसको न्यूमेरिकली सॉल्व करो, चलो अब इसको एनालिटिकली सॉल्व करो. They will just ask you to have intuitive profiles based on these 2 things. So basically, this is the generalized approach for asking any problem, and what I have given you is how they pose a problem and how you have to prepare yourself to understand this particular thing. So the best way to do it is solving as many textbook problems as you can. So some good textbooks can be Heat Transfer by Eunice Sengel. Second one can be a book by Imcropera. In fact, the cases that I have taken today, you can find out a simpler problem wherein they are given, there is a what I can say, Cartesian geometry, case of Cartesian geometry, a plate, electrical insulator at x equal to 0, insulated on the x equal to 0, find out the governing equations and draw the profile. Such kind of direct questions are there in the textbook. In Sengel, you can find real case questions like this, and the more you solve, the more you will train your mind to understand. So coming back to the question, how to prepare for heat transfer interview questions are typically related to conduction, convection, and radiation, is to first understand the energy balance expression and try to and then understand the boundary conditions and initial conditions, various types of boundary condition and initial condition, and then learn how to apply them on various geometries and in various cases. The more you practice, the more you will be fluent in giving your interviews, the more better your interview will go. All right, so this is how your preparation should go, and to have a better understanding of it, I tried to present you 3 different interviews. In the first interview, if I now say the question was basically on a plate with the electrical heater and drawing the temperature profiles for it. If I would have said that, you would have quickly done it. Boom, very simple, sir. If I would have said a plate exposed to a radiation and draw temperature profiles for it, boom, very simple. If I would have said the same plate is now heated and then cooled, draw the temperature profiles, boom, I would have said a plate with temperature generation inside it and solve it, you would have done it, boom, very easy. Because मैंने आपको बाउंड्री कंडीशंस एंड कौन से टर्म को नेग्लेक्ट करना है, कौन से टर्म को आपको मॉडिफाई करना है, मैंने आपको सब कुछ प्रॉब्लम में डायरेक्टली बताया था. बट in the exam they want you to identify the boundary conditions and initial conditions. They will tell you how a microwave works, no problem. They won't judge you on that, but they will surely judge you if you don't take QGen over here. They will surely judge you if you don't take, because the idea is when they say that this is how a microwave works by generating fluctuating electric fields, they want you to understand, okay, the energy would be generated inside, so you have to have a QGen over here, and it won't be a boundary condition as in this case, and hence the temperature profiles on this and this won't be same, and it would be different. Then what will be the boundary condition over here? Only the convective heat loss, which will be H delta T. Here also you say it's H delta T, and then they will ask you to show differences, or they can ask you a single geometry, things like that. So now coming to the tips for the students who would be giving their interviews in the very near future, and they don't have much time to go and solve so many textbook problems. So for them, I recommend to at least revise the basic conservation equations. There are just 3 conservation equations. The momentum conservation equation, the first one, which will be very much useful for your fluids question. The heat conservation equation, which will be used in answering the heat transfer questions. And third one is your species balance equation, which will be very much useful in answering mass transfer related questions and CRE questions as well, if profile type of questions are asked. So understand the conservation equations well. It won't take much time to revise. So I'm now talking about tips for prep. So first is understand the conservation equations. Okay. So basically you have momentum, heat, species balance. Then you understand the types of boundary conditions. All right. Types of boundary conditions are no flux condition, symmetry, ठीक है, और द वैल्यू स्पेसिफाइड. सो इसको डिरिचलेट कंडीशन, न्यूमन कंडीशंस भी कहते हैं. ठीक है. सो बेसिकली 4 ही टाइप की बाउंड्री कंडीशंस होते हैं. एक तो सिमेट्री वाली हो गई, एक में 2 फ्लक्सेस दिए हुए, एक में एक फ्लक्स एक वैल्यू दिए, एक में सारे वैल्यूज दे रखे आपको सारी बाउंड्रीज पे. तो ये हो गया बाउंड्री कंडीशन. इनिशियल कंडीशन वेरी सिंपल, आपको एक टाइम के ऊपर कंडीशन दी होगी. सो यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट, एंड ये आप रिवाइज कर लेना बिफोर गोइंग फॉर द इंटरव्यू. एंड जब आप इंटरव्यू में जाओगे, कीप इन माइंड दिस पर्टिकुलर फ्रेमवर्क. अगर आपको कोई भी क्वेश्चन पूछा जा रहा है कि ऐसे कुछ सिस्टम बनाओ, प्लेट बनाओ, ज्योमेट्री बनाओ, कीप दिस इन माइंड. दे आर सिंपली आस्किंग मी a case. They are putting a case in front of me and they are going to ask me to apply conservation equation, appropriate conservation equation, identify the correct boundary conditions and draw the profiles. So even though you are having less time, but if you try to focus more on types of boundary conditions and this, you would be still able to attempt the question, and you can also ace that question completely. आप पूरी अच्छी तरीके से उसको आंसर भी कर सकते हो. बट हाँ, अगर आपके पास टाइम है, I would highly recommend you to go back and practice as many problems as possible. It will ease you at the time of interview. आपको तुरंत क्लिक हो जाएगा, वो देखा हुआ है मैंने. You are very it will be very easy. Here also जितना आपका अंडरस्टैंडिंग अच्छा होगा उतना बेटर है, बट सिंस आपके पास टाइम कम है तो आप इतना तो देख के जाओ ही जाओ इंटरव्यू के लिए. And these are very typical questions in your ESUs like this. Then in some design profile jobs, also let me tell you, heat transfer is a subject जो काफी बाकी की कंपनीज को भी पता होता है, तो they can ask you questions based on it कि आपके पास एक डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन बन गया है एंड आप इसको सॉल्व करो के दिखाओ, इसका इंट्यूटिव ग्राफ बना के दिखाओ इन योर नॉन कोर इंटरव्यूज एज वेल. So some of my friends had been asked such kind of questions in their non-core interview as well. HR said you must have learned heat transfer. एक ऐसा सा केस है या इसके लिए ऐसे टाइप का इक्वेशन बन गया, ये बाउंड्री कंडीशंस है, go ahead with it. So basically their question started from here. You know the boundary conditions, you have to now draw intuitive profiles based on it. क्योंकि जो डेरिवेटिव ट्रेडिंग होता है या कुछ और जब उनके प्रोफाइल्स होते हैं जिसमें मैथ्स इन्वॉल्व है कुछ हद तक, सो दे टेस्ट हाउ वेल यू आर गुड, क्योंकि वही मैथ्स इधर भी है. जस्ट दैट हमने उसको हीट ट्रांसफर का नाम दिया है. हमने ऑलरेडी देखा है लैप्लास इक्वेशन में टेम्परेचर की जगह कॉन्सेंट्रेशन डाल दो, अल्फा की जगह डेबा लिख दो, तो वो मास ट्रांसफर के लिए इक्वेशन बन जाएगा, राइट. उसमें मोमेंटम और बाकी चीजें वेलोसिटी अप्रोप्रिएटली प्लेस कर दोगे, वेलोसिटी और डेंसिटी वगैरह, तो वो मोमेंटम का इक्वेशन बन जाएगा. द सिमिलैरिटीज आर देयर. सो this is it. I wish you all the best for your interviews, and I hope this video helps you in preparing for the interview, and you would be surely able to answer the questions related to conduction and convection, or any question that asks you to find out the correct conservation equation, boundary conditions, and so on, the setups that we had discussed today. So with this, I stop. Thank you very much. We'll meet in the next lecture.